Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is personal convictions. Romans 4 makes an interesting point. While the main idea is not to judge others about things that are not central to the faith, it says that we all have different opinions, different personal convictions about things. While it's okay to have different opinions and personal convictions, don't let these different opinions and personal convictions become points of contention, strife, offense, or judgment. And what's really important is to maintain harmony in our relationship with other believers. I've been struck in the last year by how often the commands to love others, be at peace with others, maintain harmony with others is qualified by the word believers, other believers. Interesting. Now, it's a driving force in me to live, to speak, to teach accurately, correctly, rightly. When I discover that I'm not, I change so that I am. Now, this is a two-edged sword. While I want to live, speak, teach accurately, correctly, rightly, I can't let my drive me to become judgmental or legalistic. I have very strong personal convictions on fundamental theological issues. One of them is a minority opinion, to say the least. I have wrestled with the Lord on this personal conviction many, many times. One of those times, the Lord told me that none of us have our theology exactly accurate, correct, or right. This was an epiphany for me. While I still have a strong drive for accuracy, correctness, and rightness, I have been tempered in the area of judgment of others who hold different opinions. I love how it says to keep my personal convictions about things that are not central to the faith to myself. Don't impose them on others. Now, I have a lot of personal convictions. As an example, Pastor Terry and I don't drink alcohol. First of all, the Lord told us to quit. Second of all, it's obvious that one of the reasons he told us to quit is so that we would not be stumbling blocks to all the people coming out of the drug and alcohol wars. The word says to consider it an act of love to refrain from doing something that would cause a fellow believer to be tempted or be weakened in their faith or fall from their faith. I have a personal conviction to not judge other Christian leaders or to speak ill of them, even when I do not agree with what they are saying or doing. I hate it when Christian leaders fall. I hate it when Christian leaders do and say stupid things, especially things that do not line up with the Word. I especially hate it when Christian leaders do not accurately represent Jesus publicly. However, my personal conviction is not to judge them nor to speak out against them publicly. My personal conviction is to let their own master judge them. He is able to make them stand. He is able to make them succeed, even when they have failed. I have lots of personal convictions. I don't want to let my personal convictions become stumbling blocks for other believers. I do want to say that it is difficult to live up to my personal convictions, and I am grateful that when I fall short, that people aren't calling me out publicly, but give me grace and forgiveness. So what's the point today? I have a personal conviction that you should have personal convictions in accordance with your understanding of God's will for you. I have a personal conviction that we should do our best to live up to our personal convictions, relying on the Holy Spirit for the enablement to live up to our personal convictions. I have a personal conviction that we should not be a stumbling block on matters not central to the faith, that we should not judge others on their personal convictions, that we should not speak out publicly against others because of their personal convictions. I have a personal conviction that we should let God, to whom all who will have to give an account, be the judge. The word for today is personal convictions. God bless. Check in tomorrow.